Hey everybody, welcome back to the video. In this short tutorial, what I want to show you is how we can capture row names. Now you might be wondering, why is it important for us to capture row names? And so let's look at the empty cars dataset, which is a dataset that comes with RStudio. So let's load that, and we can see here that in the rows that we have names, and this is different from the other dataset which we looked at, which the row names just represent the number of the rows, where this is actually information that pertains to the specific cars. So what this data set is it's a data set showing, for example, MPGs for certain cars, how many cylinders, and then just other information related to the car performance. And so if we use the row names function, we see that we're going to capture all the information that was in the rows, and that can be useful if, for example, we want to create a graph and we need the names of each of the cars to represent their performance in the graph. We can do the same thing for the column names too. And so by doing that, we're going to have all the different performance metrics that are in the data set. And so one of the ways that this is useful is, for example, if we want to compare two data sets. So let's say we have two data sets and we want to say all the columns in each of these data sets, are they the same? And so we can use the colnames function on either side, and then the comparison operator is this equal sign. So one data set we have here is the myXL data, and the other one that we have is the my CSV data. So we can see here that the first two column names are the same. So then this should be true. So we can see here that it's saying true, true, and that the first column matches the first column of the second data frame, as well as the same thing for the second column. Notice here that I had to specify which columns we're comparing, whereas if I was to just leave this blank, like I was to do this here, we would get an error, because what this error or this warning is saying is that each of the data frames have a different number of columns. And so it's comparing the first column to the first column, the second column to the second column, and the third column. But in one of the data frames doesn't have a third column. And so this is where we're getting the warning. And that's why it's saying false. But so in all reality, this comparison here was compared to an NA. And so what R did here was input an NA here because there isn't a third column. But that's why it presented a warning to say that the longer object is not a multiple of the shorter object length, meaning that one of the data frames had two columns and that the second data frame had three. That's all I have for this short tutorial. If you enjoyed the video and it was helpful, like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.